In questo video ti mostrerò una chiamata che non sono riuscito a chiudere, o ancora meglio, una persona che non sono riuscito ad aiutare. Infatti vedrai proprio tutta la parte di objection handling, quindi dove gestivo tutte le sue obiezioni, e sì, ne aveva proprio tante, e siamo arrivati dopo una roba come 20-30 minuti di objection handling, che non sono riuscito veramente a far sì che prendesse quello step e facesse quel commitment. Ma per te sarà molto interessante vedere come gestivo tutte le sue obiezioni e soprattutto i reframe che ho usato, perché vedrai che alcune persone non possono essere aiutate. Secondo me questo era uno di questi, però quello che vorrei da te è che a fine video ti metti nei commenti e mi scrivi cosa avresti fatto te per chiudere questo deal. Now, let's get into it.
So are you ready to actually take the step and bet on yourself? Because I know that you can be successful, bro. If not, I wouldn't told you about the program. I don't care about signing you up for something that it's not gonna work.
Yeah. Well, I would say I still need time to like consider this because it's man, $4,000 is really a huge amount for me right now, I would say. Yeah. So
I mean, think about this, man. Huge amount compared to what? Like you investing $4,000, so you can be in a position where you're making good money consistently. And you're living the
yeah,
life that you want. Is 4K is really a lot compared to that?
no. We're talking about like six figures numbers if that's my life, if that's my goal. Yeah. So
Mhm. Mhm.
yeah.
So I mean, think about this, man. What would you do if you know you couldn't fail? Would you do it right now, or would you just take time and be a bitch about it?
Yeah, I would say I would do it right now. Yeah.
That's the thing. What you're looking for right now is by taking the time, thinking about it. It's just because it's uncomfortable, bro. It's because you're looking for certainty, right? But how do you build certainty? Is it by really doing research like you have been doing? Is it by thinking about it? Or do you build certainty and confidence by actually doing the thing?
Yeah.
Which one?
The later one is the right one. Yeah.
So what do you feel that you have to do right here, right now to put yourself in that position?
Well, definitely change the things that I've done in the past.
Which
Oh,
is,
well, getting a mentor. Yeah, true. I agree on that.
so if you agree on that and you know that is the best path for you so that you can become successful, what are you waiting for?
Well, because it's a big amount for me right now. So I really have to consider it like
But
maybe
isn't
a day or
isn't
two. Yeah.
isn't that the reason why you should be doing this? Because I mean,
So
think about it. If
yeah.
4,000 for you is a big amount, do you think that's the problem, or is that the symptom of a bigger problem,
Sorry, is that a problem
or the symptom of a bigger problem? Because for me, do you feel that for me 4K is a lot, or do you feel for trucks 4K is a lot?
no?
Why do you think it's not a lot for us?
Because you guys get payouts like 5-figure payouts, yeah, per month. So like
Mhm.
4K is like just, I mean, like it's still a big amount, but compared to me, it's really
Mhm.
big for me. Yeah.
Yeah. So can you see right now you're making that decision from your perspective right now, Brandon 1.0,
Okay.
right? Like there's a version of you, Brandon 2.0, who's already getting payouts like, trucks, 6 figures, you're making good money. That's the version of yourself who's successful, right?
Yeah.
In order to get to your goals, man, you gotta start making decision from the perspective of the person that is already successful. Because if you keep on making decision from the perspective where you are right now, do you feel that you're ever gonna get to your goals, or you're just gonna stay stuck pretty much where you are?
Yeah, I'm gonna stay stuck, I would say.
And is that what you want?
Definitely no.
Why not? Because you could.
I want to change. Yeah.
So then, what do you think that Brandon 2.0 would do right here, right now? Would he say, oh man, it's too much money, I'm not gonna do it? Or would he say, you know what, I'm willing to do everything in my power to actually become successful. I know this is an uncomfortable step, but I know this is what I actually need to get to my goals.
Yeah. I think the second one would be would be reasonable if I'm Brandon 2.0.
Do you want to be that 2.0? Because whose decision, whose responsibility is to become that person?
Yeah. I want to be. Yeah.
So you said that you want to be. Now this is the price that you have to pay, not the 4K, the price of taking an uncomfortable step, bro. If this was easy, don't you think that everyone would be doing this?
Yeah, I understand.
Right? Like taking a step right now, think about it, because I know exactly what you're feeling right now. When I was 19 years old, not 24, I was 19 years old. I got from Italy and I went to Australia alone. Alone. I didn't know how to speak English, didn't have a bunch of money set aside. I started working 3 jobs, okay? As a waiter, runner, and I was working as a kitchenette. Just to make enough money to then, after 4 months roughly, I invested into my first mentorship. Do you know how much was mentorship?
It must be something bigger than 4,000, right?
It was
Yeah.
$7,000. $7,000. Imagine myself right now. I was freezing. Like, you know, when he dropped the price, I was like, man, this is way too much. It's pretty much all my bank account. I cannot do it, you know? And I felt that fear that you're feeling right now, you know? But in that position, I realized that I only had 2 options. I could say, you know what, it's too much, so I'm not gonna do it. I'm just gonna stay where I am, where I'm comfortable, right? And I'm never gonna get to my goals. Or I could say, you know what, fuck it. I'm gonna bet on myself. I know that I can be successful as long as I do everything in my power to become successful. This is the point where I said, you know what, I burned the boats, put myself with the back against the wall, went all in, and it took me some time, right? It wasn't easy, bro, right? But I invested the money. I was really committed. I know that I knew I couldn't fail because I invested pretty much all the money that I had, right? So there was no plan B at that point. And fast forward 3 years later, I now have the freedom that I always wanted. I'm able to give back to my parents, right? And I'm in a position where I can even help out people like yourself to overcome the same fear that I had, right? Because do you feel that I would be here now traveling to Miami, do all these things, if I would have allowed that fear to hold me back 3 years ago?
No. Yeah.
So imagine where you could actually be once you overcome this fear. Who would that allow you to become? Because the person, the 2.0 version of yourself, the one who's already successful, right? Do you feel that you would overcome the fear right now, or would you just let the fear overcome it?
Well, that's a good statement. Yeah.
You tell me, like which one?
Well, of course, I'm gonna overcome it right now.
Now you're saying it. Are you
Yeah.
willing to do that?
Yeah. I guess I need to change. Yeah.
Are
Yeah.
you ready to really take this step?
Yeah. Let's go.
Let's do it, man. I'm gonna set up your account right away, and we also book your onboarding call with Tracks right away. Okay, so it's gonna be maybe for tomorrow for you, since it's should be late. Do you want to pay by credit or debit?
Oh, I have to do the payment right now.
Correct.
Can I have a day or two to consider? Like,
No, bro.
it's a do or die.
Yeah. Because
Oh,
like
okay.
think about it. Think about this, Brandon. If I was the personal trainer, right? If I really wanted the best for you, if I really wanted to help you out right now, would I tell you, man, just go think about it, let the fear to stop you from achieving your goals, or would I do everything in my power to make sure that you can overcome the fear right now, so you can actually get to your goals? What would I do?
Yeah, you would definitely overcome me. Help me overcome, I would say.
Why? Why is that so important to do it right now? Think about it.
Because you wanted me to change to get results.
Because if not, bro, you're just gonna be the same person, right? And the same person, you have to kill that part of yourself in a way, right? Because the person that you are right now is not capable of becoming a profitable trader. If you would, you already been there, bro. You wouldn't be on this call, right? So now we have to overcome this fear so you can actually become another pretty much version of yourself, the one who's capable of doing that, right? And think about this: as humans, do you grow stay in your comfort zone, or do you grow getting out of your comfort zone?
Yeah, out of my comfort zone, I would say. But like to be honest,
Okay.
right now, I really don't have that, like, because I was also interested in this meeting because I want to know the amount of this mentorship.
But
Yeah.
it doesn't matter, bro. Like, it's not about the money. That's what I'm telling you. Like,
Yeah.
we
like,
have we have helped out people to break up the investment and get you started for half or something. Like, I don't care about how much money you put in. I just care about like helping you out overcome this fear. Because if not, this is just going to be another conversation. You're going to be back to blowing your accounts, and pretty much you get stuck for the rest of your life in something that is not going to work, right? So the person in your situation, you have 2 options. You can say, oh, I don't have the money, so I'm not going to do it. Or I don't have the money. How can we find a way to make this work?
yeah, I'm like, first of all, I'm really interested in this mentorship, but I'm to be honest with you, I really don't have that much of money. So I guess I would come back like maybe a month or two after working part-time jobs.
What if I
Yeah.
told you that you could get started with less than $4,000?
Is it possible?
If I allow you to, yes. I mean, we already bet on a few people, but the last thing that I want to do is to bet on someone and helping you out, and you come into this and you don't actually do the work, because that would be a waste of time for us, right? So if we find a way to help you out with the investment, are you really in a position where you're willing to do everything that it takes to get to your goals?
Yeah, it depends, I would say. Yeah,
Depends
but
on what.
in the end of the day, it still depends on like the money I'm putting in, I would say. Yeah.
I mean, think about this. Like, how much money could you actually invest into yourself right now to learn the skills that you know that you need to learn to get to your goals?
Like I really have no idea on this.
Think
But
about it right now, bro.
Yeah, it must be bigger than what I expected, I would say.
What were you expecting?
Sorry.
What were you expecting?
It's well, I'm just checking out the price, I would say. So I'm really not expecting anything because it's my first time approaching a one-on-one coaching. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So,
I hope you understand that. Yeah.
I mean, do you think that you're gonna get to your goals just by checking what is the price, or do you think that you're gonna get to your goals by actually taking action?
Yeah, taking action is important, I would say, but yeah, right now I'm
But
still
what?
at. Sorry.
But what? How much longer do you want to be the guy who's just gonna bitch out and say that he has to take time and check the price?
Yeah, I'm really checking the price right now. So yeah. So
I mean, you're laughing. What's funny about your situation right now, Brandon? Like, you're
Because
losing money. You're 24 years old. You have bills, I guess. Are you living with your parents or you're living alone?
I'm still living with my parents.
If I was you, bro, I would do fucking everything in my power to get me out of that position. And I say this not with this disrespecting you, right? But like, can you see how you have goals, but your actions are not in alignment with what you're trying to do? That's why you're stuck. That's why you're broke, right? In order to get your goals, your action needs to be in alignment with what you're trying to do. Because you complain about the price, right? As I said, I don't complain about that price.
Yeah, no.
I will pay it right now.
Yeah, to be
Right?
honest,
But like,
I'm not
how
complaining.
did I get myself in this position?
Yeah, I'm just
so-
considering myself onto the price. Yeah, I'm not complaining it. Yeah, I know that it's worth 4,000, so I'm really working my way out of it.
Are you worth investing to?
Sorry.
Are you worthy enough to invest into yourself? Do you feel that you deserve to be successful?
Yeah.
So then, do you want to find a way to make this work?
Yeah. I would say yeah.
Are you just saying yes because you want to give me the response that I'm looking for, or you're saying yeah because you actually want to make a change in your life and actually find a way to get the help that you know that you need?
Yeah, I'm really finding a way to change this, but I'm still finding the like I really need to plan out my expenses this month. So yeah, really 4,000. I would say next month is a good opportunity.
Bro, it's not like we had some people coming in with like, even one of the guys was struggling. He had a family. He was not like lucky like you without having, family, or you don't have kids. So, and we got it in for like 1.5K. Okay. So as I said, that's something that we could do for you. But I mean, if you keep on making excuses, you're never going to be successful, bro. I tell you straight up. Right. If every single time that you see an opportunity to get better, to get to where you want to go, you just use the excuses of the money to not do it, where do you think that you're going to end up? So how much do you have set aside that you could actually invest into yourself? That way we see if we can make something work. If not, I'm just going to tell you good luck and we plan something for the future.
So I'm just asking out like whether I can come back in the future. There's no second chance.
No, because I tell you right now, like, second chances, sometimes they arrive in life, sometimes they don't, right? Especially what we do here. I don't care about your money, bro. We could get the money of everyone if we want, right? It's more about your commitment. And if you really want to become successful, I know that I need to hold you up to that standards, right? Because that's how I can actually guarantee you that you're going to be successful, right? If I hold you up to that standard. And if you're too uncomfortable, if for you, taking a leap of faith on yourself and taking full responsibility of your life, really bet on yourself is something that you're not willing to do, that's all fine with me. It's your life, bro. You're not doing this for me. You're not doing this for trucks.
Yeah, I understand. Yeah. I'm sorry, I have to say, I need time to consider on this. Yeah, I still need
Why
time.
why do you say sorry, bro? It's your life. You should be sorry for yourself, bro, not for me.
Yeah,
You are
I
the one
get.
who tomorrow is gonna wake up, is gonna be 24 years old with your parents, with no money coming in. I'm good, brother. Right. Maybe you're not ready for something like this, with all the respect. Right. But like, it's not that you're not ready, it's that you're choosing not to be ready. That's the difference. If I was you, I would really consider this conversation that we just had. Because fast forward a few years from now, when you're gonna look at yourself and you're gonna say, fuck, I had all these goals, but I'm not successful. This conversation could have changed your life, bro. But you're gonna look yourself in the mirror knowing that you decided to let the fear overcome you. So I leave you with this one. Brandon, best of luck.
Ok, come hai visto, ho provato di tutto, ho fatto veramente il mio meglio per aiutare questa persona a uscire dalla sua comfort zone. Alla fin fine è lui che ha deciso di non prendere quello step. E questa è una roba che devi capire, che alla fin fine il tuo compito come closer è aiutarli a prendere full responsibility, a prendere quello step e a fare quel commitment. Se poi sono loro a dirti, guarda Francesco, guarda Mr. Closer, io non sono pronto, non me la sento, alla fin fine te puoi solo aiutarli. Come dicono in inglese, te puoi prendere un cavallo, portarlo verso la fonte d'acqua, ma non puoi obbligarlo a bere. Sarà lui che dovrà bere. Ed è la stessa roba, è lo stesso concetto che applico qua nelle mie call e che dico a tutti i miei closer. Alla fin fine tu puoi fare di tutto, ma sono loro che devono decidere e prendere quella responsabilità di prendere lo step. Ci vediamo nei commenti e alla prossima. Bella.